Wake up! Wake up! Maybe make some carnitas. Nothing rhymes with carnitas. Okay, we're making a ton of stuff.
Avocado, green tomatoes, apple cider vinegar, cilantro, paprika, cumin, coriander, bay leaf, cinnamon, garlic, ginger, onion, orange, lime, Mexican Coke, jalapenos, banana pepper, lard, tortilla wraps, pork butt.
See y'all. I can't speak today. We already saw all of the ingredients. This is a lard. I'm trying to think what it would be. Brain's not working. Lots of different cultures. Yeah, don't laugh at me. Lots of different cultures will, use like a fat bath basically to cook food in. So we're gonna do the exact same thing. Dance, lard, dance. We've got paprika, coriander, and cumin. Everything's already been salted pretty heavily while it was sitting here. The kitchen is the only place that I don't get in trouble for having my hands on my meat all the time. Oil is oiling, lard is boiling, lard is liquiding, fat is spooging. I don't know. We're gonna start adding as soon as we have full liquidification. How many times do you want to say liquidification? You know my tongue skills. It looked bigger when it was solid. Bay leaves. Some cinnamon sticks. 2 full oranges. The onion. Garlic. A little bit of lime juice.
Turn heat up to achieve a low boil, then cover and turn down to maintain the low boil. Simmer for several hours, stirring occasionally.
Where it's actually like falling apart at the end, you need to cook it until basically all of the connective tissues are starting to break down. And that's going to take a lot longer. Not necessarily a lot more heat, but it has to get to a higher temperature. And we're going to start doing the actual like salsa verde and getting that prepped.
Try your salsa verde veggies.
Not a sponsor. Hey, do you want an energy drink that's going to give you so much energy? Nobody wants the clap. Honey Bear, you do not want green tomatoes.
Do not tell me what I want, human.
It's starting to smell absolutely phenomenal in this house. Rick and Morty moment. Burping and almost throwing up. I don't know. Full-size oven would be super oven. Oh, brain, come on. You're good at life.
Blender?
Yeah, that thing. Alright, we're just adding just enough water to help make this more liquidy. Fucking bitchy. Bitchy the blender.
2 hours later.
Alright. Let's see. Going to give these a bit of a stew. Whoa. Catch that shit? Wasted youth.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so. Holy shit. Rant! Non-denominational cola product. Mexican Coca-Cola. The really silly thing is I didn't have a lot of trouble finding this where we are, which you think would be actually difficult considering we're like mid-BC in Canada. But this was pretty readily available compared to like a lot of the other ingredients we were using. I had to go to like 3 different grocery stores. Every time I'm cooking something, this is for you people who live in a big city center where you go to the grocery store and there's like multiple different little sections and it's awesome. I am so envious because every time I'm cooking something that's not just mac and cheese, which we also put a video out for.
Chef Joel does not know the video release schedule.
It's literally
Mac
like
and cheese
3
is still on the
different
way.
stores, and maybe I have to order some stuff on Amazon, literally, just because it's not Wonder Bread White Boy stuff. we need to be able to have some cool stuff in the grocery stores. If you're gonna do this and you are gonna add the Coca-Cola, do not add the regular Coca-Cola from the stores because it's sweetened differently. But the Mexican Coca-Cola is made with cane sugar. So what we're gonna do, kind of traditionally, but not so traditionally because it's obviously not like original tradition, but maybe like a neo-tradition. We're gonna add that Coca-Cola near the end of the cooking process, and it's gonna add a really like neat, sugary, caramel sort of caramelization thing going on, and it's gonna be really, really good. But don't use the regular stuff because it's not the right stuff. Okay, we're getting better. We're getting better. We're getting better. We're getting better. Add an extra ingredient that was never in the ingredients list. We're gonna use some of the liquid from pickled jalapenos. They're like staring at my back. Which way is better? I don't know how to stand, so my butt looks good. Okay,
Pour
so
salsa
we're
verde
back.
back into
Oh,
blender.
so I do it perfectly, and then the shot's bad. I didn't spill shit everywhere. I literally didn't spill shit everywhere for once. It's the one shot we can't use. Love it. Alright, we're gonna add a little bit of vinegar, apple cider vinegar. We're gonna go a little bit of liquid. See, as soon as we're filming again, I gotta spill shit. And we're gonna use this shot. Of course we are. That's alright.
Add cilantro.
So, what I like to do when we're adding hot liquid to a blender is first of all give it a little shake ski and get rid of some of the extra pressure because it will literally blow the shit out of that thing. And I'm not going to make the super easy, obvious joke about blowing the shit on date night. I'm not going to do it, Jay. I'm beyond that.
People should know I never know what he's gonna say.
What? This is not scripted? What I'm talking about? See what I'm working with here?
Which episode was it that what one was it?
I don't know, but this shit is the most obnoxious thing
Alright, so
on
just,
the planet.
if you don't know what that was about, just go back and watch all of them.
Let's go. I'm trying to amp myself up here. Anyway, we put this back into the pan, which I didn't want to do in the first place, but I wanted to make it a lot thicker. So we're gonna reduce it down in the pan a little bit. It doesn't always go to plan, so we pivot. Millennials will know what I'm talking about there. Everyone else will be confused. When you're learning how to cook, it definitely does pay to like follow a recipe, but after a while, like, you're going to be able to taste as you go and really decide if you're on the right track. Salt can enhance flavors, but if you cross that line, it's just salty. Acids can really like brighten things up, but again, if you add too much, kind of like all you have is that, you know, acidic taste. Something like this that's already fairly acidic, you're probably going to add a little more salt because those acids are going to be kind of like changing the salt, right? Like it's going to be interacting. So follow a recipe. Do that a lot until you can start to see the individual pieces. But even while you're doing that, smell everything. I know you guys definitely notice that I smell everything all the time because so much of taste is smell that you'll smell one thing, add another thing, and it kind of like melds together, and you're like, oh, that actually smells like it would be good together. Whereas some things you smell, and then you smell another thing, and you're like, wow, those things would not be good together, right? Okay, we're gonna do a really fast, really simple guac. If you have an avocado that's actually within its 3-second expiry date, be able to just do that. Just gonna mash that up. A little bit of lime juice. Nice schwack of salt. And that's it. That's literally it. You've made guacamole. Don't mess it up. Don't add a bunch of other crap. You don't need to. Everything's green. The guac is always greener on the other side. So is the salsa verde, apparently. We have been waiting, and we're going to continue to wait, because this is what you do when you make carnitas, is you just wait. Like, everything is everything's pretty cooked, right? Like, but it's very tough. So, Jesus fucking. That's what we're waiting for, is for it to really just want to fall apart by itself. We are not there yet. We're gonna prep our tortillas, and we'll be good to go on the eating part, which is everyone's favorite part. When I shut the fuck up and start eating instead and stop talking. So, you can see now, we're getting to that point where literally, like, I'm not putting a lot of pressure into that, and it's just starting to fall apart. So, a splooge. Alright, we're gonna put a little bit of Coca-Cola into that. It is gonna bubble up, so like maybe don't add it like, you know, crazy fast, because it's not gonna look like barf forever, so don't worry about that part. As the dog vomits in the other room. Cool. Alright. We're gonna give it another like half an hour probably. Lid back on, and we will come back. So we're taking our pork out of the braising liquid. Pork. Oh my god! Don't let the dog eat it yet, though. God damn, that's hot. Alright. So we're gonna take a little bit of the liquid. It's gonna rest with that liquid. So we're gonna do about 10 minutes. Let it sit, let it rest. So these are blue corn flour tortillas, whatever. Figured we'd try them out, but they look kind of like
Greasy goodness from the pot.
actually everybody's favorite time. Get to put my hands on that meat. That is what we're talking about. Falling apart. Do a little bit more of the liquid here. There's so much flavor. You've done so much work to make that liquid. We are going to season a little bit here. Alright, so now that you've got everything pulled, the next step, you want to toss this stuff in a hot pan. We get all that fat, but we got some sugars in there as well. Caramelize some of those sugars, get that Maillard reaction on the fats. You can see the nice little browning. So as you can see, it's nighttime now because that's how long that took. And it's also fall, so
Yeah.
the sun's going down way earlier. I guess let's just dig in.
10.
10? Cool. It's just, yeah, it's a solid combination. I'm going to eat this before the sun actually comes up. If you're not doing date night, are you cooking for 4 hours and barely having time to eat before going to bed? And probably not doing the second half of date night anyway. You know you wanted to go to bed this whole time. If you're not doing date night, what the fuck are you even doing? Rock on, motherfuckers.